Yeah, I think we can be better at home. Um, we've taken some big wins, but needs to be more consistent. Obviously, the last two games we didn't score a goal. 0-0 and 1-0 loss. Obviously, Cincinnati is a very good team. We had enough moments and positions to score, so that's the positive. We've shown the team the film on that, and really it's about just getting the cross right and the run right. It's those two things. We feel like if we improve in the final third, that that's it's probably again the final piece to us being from a good team to a great team, and from a team that's hovering around the playoff line, to a contender.
Caleb, I know since the last game, the guys had that 5 day mandatory break, then 5 days of training. So just wanted to ask what kind of these 5 days of training were like, and maybe sort of ramping guys back up, getting them back to where they needed to be, and then preparing for this game.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Obviously 5 days off, mandated by the CBA. It was good timing mentally after a long, kind of grueling stretch, and knowing what we have ahead. We have a lot of games in a short amount of time. I think it's 8 games in 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks. But it's tough from a physical standpoint. The good news is it's midseason and we're on game 17, and most of the guys that have been playing will pick right up where they left off. You're not going to lose fitness in 5 days for those guys. It's just more about making sure the guys that haven't been playing, that they get what they lost, and that they're prepared to play for us, because we're going to need to rotate some in this month of July.
Caleb, tomorrow marks the official halfway point of the season. So, what have you seen in those first 16 games that you want to see the team continue with tomorrow, and then for that second half of the season?
Yeah, I think we've been very competitive this year in every single game. We've played a lot of the best teams in the East, and we've never been overmatched in any game. We've been in every single game, and that's a real positive. We're definitely a team that's competitive every game. We're definitely a team that's been extremely good defensively. I think those two things have been very consistent. Our mentality and our in being stingy defensively. We've shown that we can score goals. In looking at the games where we scored goals, it's all about the quality in the final third. So we just need to continue to show more quality in the final third. Obviously, we've had some different pieces in the two striker positions, so I think that's affected a little bit the chemistry recently. When we won 4 games in a row, we had a really good chemistry that had built between Ganago and Campagna. And then you lose Campagna, and you're developing a bit of a different chemistry, with Chonkalai, and then you lose Ganago, and now you're developing a little bit of different chemistry with Chonka and someone else. So, we're gaining that chemistry with those front guys, and a lot of it again is just making sure we have runs in the box and that we get the service in the right spots.
Seth, you're unmuted now. Seth?
Hi, Coach. Thanks for taking the time. Just wondering if there's an update on Campana and Luca Langoni, and do you have to ease those guys back in from injury?
Yeah, they'll be available for the match, both of them. But, yes, we do have to ease them back in. Obviously, Luca's been out quite a long time, and Campagna, his loads haven't been all that high. So, they're both limited minutes for this game, but it'll be great because they'll be able to come off the bench and help us.
One more from Sam. Sam, you're unmuted now.
Hello, Caleb. Hope you're doing well. Just kind of want to ask about Alsan Yusuf's performance so far this season. Obviously, very talented player in the midfield, but just what have you seen from him this year, and how has, how has he kind of helped this team continue to progress?
Yeah, I think he's had a great season. Obviously, very consistent player, both sides of the ball. Really good mentality. He's very well-rounded. He's good going forward, good at keeping the ball for us, moving the ball. good defensively in duels. So he's a very well-rounded player, good fit in MLS. We've been, at the back, our back three, our wing backs, our two holding mids, that continuity, that consistency there, I think has been a big reason why we've been competitive in every game and why we've been one of the better defensive teams in the league.